Well, ladies and gentlemen, it has happened. Black Ops Cold War has officially gotten hacked. The servers are already getting put down by hackers, by people that can take your IP address, and soon enough, it will be on Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Essentially, Activision has doomed every single one of their past Call of Duty games, essentially to be able to become a backdoor for your computer. And I'm gonna be honest, y'all, this is a one-way ticket for Call of Duty to hopefully make a COD game that remasters each and every single one of these titles. That, I believe, is the only way that we will be able to actually see some content coming up into the future, because of the fact that nobody is excited about what Call of Duty is doing right now. Everybody is genuinely distraught and upset, and nobody is playing Modern Warfare 2. And because of that, we can't even go on to our old clients because Activision is taking them down. Black Ops Cold War and the official games are also just completely unsafe to play. And it goes to show that Activision just wants you to play these games. And it's sad to say that they will not even go back and fix them, because this is an inherent engine problem. The reason why these hacks and these mods are able to come onto these new games so efficiently and so easily, like we saw with Modern Warfare 2's beta, not even the main game, they had hacks in the dang beta, my guy. Like, the game wasn't even out because of the fact that the game is just to copy and paste the same engine every single year since COD 4. Since Call of Duty 4, they have not changed the engine. You have to really think about that and realize that this is an absolute error on Activision's part, because now, because the hardware is so old and because it is so easy to literally get into, because actual children are doing it right now and running these servers and controlling people's servers and stuff and IPs and all of that, because children are doing it, all of these COD games are ruined now. And so this actually, I've never actually said this before, but this could seriously spell out the major death of the franchise. Because the only true way for Call of Duty to actually die is if all the games end up becoming unplayable. And slowly and surely, this is becoming the case. Like, the Activision greed here is so bad to the point now where they don't even want to spend resources to fix these old games. And so it's come to the point where Activision must be knowing about this, and they refuse not only to not talk about this, but they also do not want to either address this or create products that can play these older versions of the games. And they're even taking down versions that we make ourselves to play these games. And so it's had me at a very big loss of words, considering that both Activision and Nintendo also is going after the Dolphin emulator for all of those games. All these companies are after us, and yet we can't even enjoy the products that we became, like, friendly and in love with in the first place. It doesn't even make sense. And so it has me, like I said, extremely worried for the future of Call of Duty Zombies, and hopefully the biggest title that we are waiting for since a while, like with COD 2024. Honestly, it really makes you wonder, considering that you have stuff like this. I mean, look at this. We've been watching this freaking Alpine Outbreak loading screen for like 900 years at this point, and this still ain't loading. Like, this is the Call of Duty game that we are put into and we get every year, because of the fact that the engine is just so dang old. Like, it just makes you really sad, considering that, listen, Black Ops Cold War, I think, is like the last Call of Duty Zombies title that you can play, or used to be able to play, without it being hackable. And now it's too late. People can get into your stuff, and soon enough it will come onto Modern Warfare 2. I posted a video on my second channel talking about this, showing the actual software that people use to get into your account and get into the servers and basically run it. And it's because of the fact that Call of Duty runs off of a server setting system that prioritizes the host even in 2023. And I'm wondering when Activision will address this. Like, do they just buy out lawyers? Because obviously what they're doing is selling illegal products at full price, because these games don't even work. They're literally an actual threat if you buy them now in 2023. And so it's just sad to see that the latest Call of Duty Zombies game, the one that most people really enjoyed after Black Ops 3, being Black Ops Cold War, is now infested. And so obviously you can still play zombie solo, and you can play anything solo. That will always happen. I mean, solo is possible, except for BO3. You'll have to play solo offline. But with these games, the modern games, they're forced online. And so even if you play a solo game, what's the wildest thing is that they can still see you on the server browser, right? It's just, most of the time with solo games, they probably won't go after you, right? That is the thing. And so it just sucks for someone that is like me in my position, where I do this for full time. I do this on YouTube for a living. And it makes you wonder, like, are these games just dead now because it's a literal security risk for the content creators to actually even go on them at this point? And so it's like, I've literally had multiple times where I've gotten DOSed by being on certain servers for Call of Duty and all of this nonsense. And to think that Activision's response is not only not even trying to help, but it's also taking down the only solutions that work. And so you can see why every single Call of Duty YouTuber is in an absolute frenzy to just wonder what the heck is going on with the game, because so many people have been leaving Activision and Blizzard and all of that recently. And maybe this is why. Maybe this is why, because of the development being just so egregious for these games nowadays, that you can't even have a playable game anymore. And that is the downright truth at this point, and it's just downright depressing. Because listen, Black Ops Cold War is still a fun game. Like, I haven't gone back and played it recently, to be quite honest with you. But if I were to, I would go back and play like The Machine. Definitely even play some Outbreak here to get hopefully in the mood for COD 2024. But honestly, it just feels like people and the excitement levels right now are at an all-time low, when I feel like people on the COD community for games like Black Ops 3 or even Black Ops 4 and this game with Black Ops Cold War were at an all-time high prior. But now Charlie Intel's announcing that people can get hacked. The software has been made apparent to me by people emailing it to me, and this is truly actually spelling out the potential end of Call of Duty. I cannot believe I'm saying that, but it's like a literal mixture of all of these terrible ingredients put perfectly together, that this is the culmination. Games that release that will literally not be playable within 2 years after their launch, and every single old Call of Duty being contaminated at this point with no hope or fix of a solution. And so if you're worried about going and back and playing Black Ops Cold War, like, look at this game, bro. What is going on? If you're worried about going back and playing this game, I'd highly recommend just playing either on console, playing offline if you can on games like Black Ops 3 or Black Ops, you can't do it on Black Ops 4 or Black Ops Cold War. Black Ops 2, you can't either do it. Black Ops 1, you can though. So again, either playing the modded clients like Plutonium. Boy apparently is still online for solo. It's just also for servers. Also, I heard it's for some servers it's online. But again, you need to be safe and need to watch your back, because Activision does not care. And I'm saying this as a YouTuber to make sure that your guys' data and privacy is protected. Like, imagine getting your bank details hacked by somebody playing Call of Duty, for goodness sake. Just because you want to load up an old game like BO1, Modern Warfare 2, BO2, and you got your friggin' bank details hacked like that, I'm telling you, it's about to happen. Aiden Ross literally streamed Black Ops 3 Zombies, and man's had literal Plon pop up on his stream. So ladies and gentlemen, that's the state of Call of Duty in 2023. I just hope we can see something in the future to fix this thing. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much, and I'll see y'all in that next one, baby.